I believe we're live. We are live for the very first time on this channel, on the Race Creator channel. This is good. This is good. This feels great. Let me know how the audio is, let me know if that's working for everyone. This is our setup. We get a lot of updates through Twitter. We got a lot of updates through Twitter. We'll be using Twitter quite a lot. That's a beautiful Petasangue. Beautiful red. Glossy cherry red. That's beautiful. Yeah, we've got a sprint race at 3 o'clock in the morning. Holy crap. Let me take off these headphones for a minute. We got a sprint race at 3 o'clock in the morning. Oh, this will be interesting, to say the least. This will be interesting. A big thank you to everyone that has supported this channel. A huge thank you. We're at 1,230 subscribers. It's been incredible. We've had Tony Mac. Tony Mac come through, says, hi guys, what's up, Tony? Listen, this is our first live stream, so if we get any rude comments, just let me know. I'll probably mute them. I'll get it sorted out. But it's our first live stream. We're gonna try to keep it, nice and clean, nice and welcoming. We want people to come out. We want people to chill. I think I'm a better commentator compared to what you might hear on Sky, especially if you're in the UK. So that's bound to be interesting. Let me know if this microphone is working. Let me know if everyone can hear me, if the audio is okay. Let me know if it's too low or if it's too high. Perhaps I'm not close enough to the microphone. So Eddie Jones is saying that the microphone is very low. Okay. So I'm going to try to figure that out. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to bump up the microphone just a little bit. Let me know if that makes a difference. Tony Mac said it's okay. Is it okay now, or was it okay before as well? Just so we can have everyone being able to hear me. I don't want like a situation where some people can hear me but some people can't. I've live streamed on other channels before. I've never live streamed on this channel, so it's quite exciting. It is actually quite exciting, And believe it or not, I've wanted to make a Formula One focused channel. Tony Mac says audio is okay now. Okay, great. If there's any little background noise, I hate it when there's tiny background static noise. If there's any of that, you can let me know. I don't think I can fix that, but it's just good to know if the audio is clean or if it has any sort of issues. Yeah, so it's been really good. We've only uploaded 30 videos and it's been incredible. A lot of these videos, I've wanted to make them for years, months. Tony Mac says, it's okay, mate. Fantastic. That's excellent. That's excellent. So yeah, now we can get started properly. We're like 4 minutes in. Yeah, a lot of these videos I've wanted to make for a while. And I think after 2021, Abu Dhabi, I was sort of, I didn't want to invest any time into Formula One, especially into the company of Formula One. If you make a channel, you're kind of supporting the business of Formula One. I didn't want to do any of that. But eventually I had to change my mind because there are certain things I wanted to say. There's certain things I wanted to be known. There's certain things I didn't hear other people saying. There's a lot of things. Eddie Jones says, much better, thanks. No problem. That's what we're here for. There's a lot of things I wanted to say, but I didn't hear any other YouTubers, any other Formula One podcasts or, media outlets saying, and I wanted to tell the truth in a graphic way. I didn't want to be polite or anything, because after Abu Dhabi 21, I think the last thing we should ever do is to be polite. I was just like, okay, if this is what it is, I I need to say certain things. We need to start this conversation, the real conversation. And it's like I said, this year is really 2021 2.0 with a lot more competition. It's not just Lewis and Max anymore. No, it's not just Lewis and Max anymore. It's way more competitive. You've got Oscar in third. You have Charles in where did Charles qualify? Was it fifth? You've got Lando. You've got a lot more competition on the grid. It is no longer a small thing. So race control, Hajar incident, failure to follow race director instructions, practice start infringement noted. Hajar already has some kind of issue. Crazy. I hope he actually has a good race, like without having major issues. Just a clean race. That's what we can hope for. Isaac Hajar. Look at Lewis' helmet. That beautiful bright yellow helmet. By the way, I want to share this with you guys. I'm getting that helmet. Yeah, I'm getting that helmet. Eddie John says, really appreciate your work. Thank you, man. I appreciate the support. Been incredible support so far. Incredible support. Especially seeing as like what I'm saying is kind of controversial. The way I say things is also kind of controversial. To get that sort of positive response is good. It's good. It is really positive. It's really made me want to work harder. I've always wanted to live stream, but now I got into this argument with this Max Verstappen fan, and he gave me the perfect idea. He was basically complaining, basically saying, it's really weird what he was saying. He was basically saying he's happy that Lewis was on pole because Max, he likes to see Max get a chance to, basically prove how better he is compared to Lewis. I was like, okay, I guess, it's so weird. I was like, okay, cool. But don't make it sound like you're a Lewis fan. Come on, you're a Max fan. Don't make it sound like you're happy for Lewis in any shape or form. You just want a chance for Max to push Lewis off track. And let's just go into that conversation. Who's gonna be ahead of first corner? Who's gonna be ahead at first corner? Let's be honest. There was a time, particularly in 2021 when Lewis was really improving on his starts, and this wasn't just 2021. It really gained a lot of improvements in 2017, 2018, 2019. But with Max Verstappen, I want to say the T word, but I won't say it because, YouTube. But with his behavior, his extreme driving behavior, and the most ridiculous thing is that there's professional people out there who calls themselves professional. They praise his approach to racing. This is a guy that crashed into Lewis at the Brazilian Grand Prix on purpose, said he did it on purpose, could have caused bodily harm to another driver. They praise this way of racing. If he does it, if Max Verstappen does it, it's not a problem. And that's That's the hypocrisy we don't like in the sport. That is the hypocrisy. If you're going to hold Lewis accountable, you got to hold him accountable as well. You got to hold Max Verstappen accountable. And Max Verstappen has quite a few flaws, mostly in his aggressive driving behavior. There's one thing to be aggressive, and then there's another thing to be, what's the word? Dangerous. 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 Seriously dangerous. So if this is the starting grid, Lewis on the outside, Max on the inside because he's got second place. Yeah, Max is going to take first position. But the Ferrari is looking really responsive. It's looking really, really good. Most likely, Lewis will have the pace to overtake Max Verstappen during the race. And this is just the sprint race. I'm not talking about the actual race on Sunday, which I will probably not be live streaming. This is a sprint race. This was like a perfect time to trial live stream. But make no mistake, you know, for the real race on Sunday, I kind of want to just concentrate on the real race instead of concentrating on two things at the same time. I kind of just want to concentrate on the real race. So that's bound to be interesting. Eddie Jones says, great to hear you represent the truth. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I really do. I really do. I really, really do. You know, I think we got 3 likes now. Thank you guys for the support. I really do want to speak more of the truth, you know, even the uncomfortable truth about the sport. And something I hear quite often from a lot of Formula One fans. Some of them say that the reason why they can't admit that something was wrong about what happened in Abu Dhabi 21, it is because they don't want to believe that that is what the sport has become. Basically what they're saying is, you know, they'd rather believe that the sport is still, you know, graceful, you know, a sport that is still held in high regards, a sport that is still respectable, a sport that is not involved in heavy corruption. You know, a lot of fans still want to believe that. But the simple fact is, that's not the fact. That's not the truth. The truth is, this sport is very corrupted, you know, and it's nothing new. It has been corrupted for a very long time. Lately, it's become a lot more apparent. It's become obvious in such a way that it's very difficult to hide. You just gotta turn on this charger so we can get this computer to the laptop to charge. So I'm streaming. I've got Twitter there. I've got the race there. I've got the MacBook here with my comments. But I also got the race on here as well. Because if one goes down, I need the other one. I'm going to need the other one. Max is omniscious. He's like the perfect villain. Eddie Jones. I don't know if I'd say he's a perfect villain. I don't even see him as a villain, you know? I don't even see him as a villain. You know, what it is that the sport is super competitive. These athletes are super competitive. You know, they don't hold back. Some say they shouldn't. Some say, why should they? I don't know if I'd say he's the perfect villain, or perhaps perfect villain of Formula One, more specifically. But he's certainly a polarizing figure. He'll certainly go down in history as one of the greatest Formula One drivers of all time. But is it perhaps a bit too soon for people to start calling him great, you know, or one of the greats? I mean, you got Senna with less championships, and he's renowned as a great. But a lot of that was, you become a legend after you retire. Sadly for Senna, he did pass away. But it's not just Formula One. There's other sports as well. You know, so many athletes, they become even much more appreciated after they retire, after you no longer have them in the sport. Not just sport, but there's other industries as well. Look at music. Bob Marley became a legend after he passed away, unfortunately. While he was alive, it was a very different picture. Muhammad Ali became a legend after, you know. I mean, Muhammad Ali is different. He was a legend even when he was alive. But after, and I shouldn't say after he died, it's more like after he retired, not having him in the sport anymore just made the world see him in a different light. And that's very typical. So, given Max's age, he's nowhere close to retirement. Yeah, it is a little bit too soon to start calling him one of the greats. Let's be patient. There's no doubt that he has the skills. He has what it's taken. And the way he's consistent right now, you see the way he was consistent in the Australian Grand Prix, in the last Grand Prix. And I'm giving him credit here. Lewis is definitely on the left-hand side of the grid. So Lewis will need to get those tires properly warmed up. Like I said in my other videos, it's not just about defending from Max. He has to consider about defending from Leclerc, defending from Oscar as well. Oscar is directly behind Max and Lewis. Whoever goes off track, at this point, Max will be happy to take out Lewis, who's basically sacrificed both of their race, just so Lewis doesn't get that win. Come on now. We've seen his behavior. His behavior at times is foul. It is despicable. It is disgusting. It is outrageous. We've seen his behavior at times. No doubt about that. So at this point, nothing surprises me. And, do not be surprised if Max Verstappen wins this race. He wants this win probably more than Lewis. Because for Lewis, he's still focused on he's just excited that he beat Charles Leclerc by 2/10, second qualifying of the season. What the hell? Come on now. Last race, people were saying he's finished, he's washed, he's beyond repair. And now he is the fastest guy on the grid. Formula One. That's Formula One. That is Formula One in the most simplistic way. It is such a crazy sport, and so many things can happen, in the sport overnight, apparently. Listen, we need to do a little poll. So who's gonna survive turn one? Who's gonna be in the lead after lap one? Who leads after lap one? Who leads after lap one? Seriously. So we got Lewis. We've got Max. Driver intros just started. We're getting close to the race. That's for sure. We've got Oscar. And we got Leclerc. I love that meme of the kid shouting Leclerc's name. I won't do it here because I don't want to embarrass myself so far. But when I'm at home with my partner or I'm on my own, randomly, I'll just be saying it. Leclerc. But in the high-pitched screaming voice. Yeah. Yeah, that's who you've come to listen to today. Talk about Formula One. Let's post this thing. Let's see what you guys think. Who leads after lap one? That's the real question. And then after this, we're gonna try to decide who wins the race. Let's at least get into lap 5 or lap 10 before we decide, or even try to, question who leads the race. It's a worthy question. It's a worthy question, that's for sure. So most people are saying Oscar. I think we've got one vote so far. They say Oscar. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised. Oscar is a very good, very talented driver, So if you think I'm joking, I'm just saying, fam. I'm just saying. If you think I'm joking, that's it right there. So I bought this last year. I've never bought a driver's helmet. I really like the design of this one, and I bought it. But now, I'm going to buy the Lewis Hamilton helmet. I think you guys have probably seen that helmet. That's what I'm gonna buy. Is the Lewis Hamilton helmet. Let's go to Ferrari page. I'm telling you, the Lewis Hamilton new helmet it's mental. And, he didn't go with, a few drivers are going with special designs of helmet for the weekend. George has a very interesting design. In fact, I was like, who is that? Is that George? Who's hugging Lewis after Lewis got his pole? Charles' helmet is dope. It's dope. It's dope. Nothing against it. Now, Lewis' helmet is genuinely, a miniature helmet is genuinely up for sales. And I'm going to buy it because how can I have an Oscar helmet without having a Lewis helmet? Don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone, fam. We're getting close to the race. I think they're about to go on the formation lap. That's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. I'm going to need to put back on my headphones quite soon. I'll still be talking. I will still be discussing what's going on. No doubts about that. That's for sure. Yep, so they're clearing the grid. Race is getting ready. It's race time. So my predictions is that Max Verstappen is going to try to run Lewis off the track. And I just hope Lewis doesn't lose any other positions, like to Oscar or to Leclerc. That's not going to be easy to re-overtake Leclerc. Same car, Oscar in that super fast McLaren. Not to mention, you got George and Norris behind them. Oof. Can you feel what we're cooking? Come on now. The polls have got it split between Lewis and Oscar. So that's what people are saying. Is yeah, they got it split between Lewis and Oscar. Seriously. They got it split between Lewis and Oscar, ladies and gents. I just realized I'm just listening to my own video. I am a little bit far away from the microphone. I'm going to get a little bit closer to the microphone because, ideally, you guys do need to hear me. We're getting close. We are getting close to the race. We've got 8 likes so far. 8 championships sounds good. Hold the count. Have you guys liked my content recently, by the way? We've had some interesting content. And we're trying to grow, the Twitter page. We are trying to grow the Twitter page as much as possible. But the content that I've been sharing, just some random stuff. I've been sharing on the community page. That's crazy. 18 hours ago, I posted this. Over 200 likes. That is insane. By the way, did you guys like this? Did you guys like this? Oh my goodness. I can't wait to share with you the next thing I post. So Lewis is approaching the start. He's approaching. He's approaching the start. By the way, is it crazy that Lewis set a lap record? All right, we're gonna move away from Emperor Palpatine. FIA might get a little bit upset. Any final words? Any final words? Any final words? You know, oh shit. Max is gonna point his car towards the left. He's gonna point his car directly towards Lewis Hamilton. That's what he's gonna do. That's exactly what he's doing. That's exactly what he's doing. He's pointing that car directly towards Lewis Hamilton. Oof. Yeah. He's going to try to run Lewis wide. If Lewis is ahead, great. If Lewis is not ahead, then we might be in some problem. As I said, as long as we don't lose any positions to Oscar or Leclerc, that's going to be almost impossible to regain. And 20 laps? Yeah, it's about 20 laps. Okay, we're about to go racing. We are... So apparently I'm behind. Lights out. Apparently I am behind. I'm behind the times. Yeah. Ooh. Lewis is ahead of Verstappen. Good job. Sorry, my stream is late. My stream is late. I do apologize. My stream is late. But this is great. Lewis is ahead. This is exactly what I was hoping for. Damn, he's on it. Old man hasn't lost a step, fam. Ooh, Norris got a little bit wide on the apex right there. Blimey. Holy crap. Leclerc wants to make a move on Oscar for sure. Leclerc is looking feisty. He's looking hungry. He knows the car has more potential than he was able to extract. Yeah. Lando is down. Holy crap. Lando is down, fam. But Lewis Hamilton does lead. He does lead. And that's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. That's what we were hoping for. That's exactly what we were hoping for. This is looking good. So I'm going to reset my stream because my stream is a little bit late and I don't want it to fall too far behind, But this is good. Lewis is looking good. He's looking in shape. Leclerc is behind Russell. Holy crap. What happened to Leclerc? Leclerc is behind Russell. But I don't think that's going to last for too long. Ooh, they already have Lewis on board. They already have a Lewis on board. Perfect start from Lewis. Absolutely brilliant job. 40 years old. We're gonna stop playing that because I don't want to get any problems. But and the Verstappen boys are gonna complain. The Red Bull fans are gonna complain. They're gonna say Max didn't get ahead because of the car. Adami says Verstappen 1 second behind. Lewis Hamilton says, I can see him. Adami copy. Nice. And of course, they don't plan on pitting. So Lewis has to manage his tires. He's a veteran. He's a veteran at the sport. He's good at managing his tires. That is for sure. Max Verstappen has the pace so far, though. He's keeping up with Lewis. He's keeping up with Lewis. But for how long? We will find out. We will find out in due time. Now, where's Lando? Lando's in ninth. Lando can definitely make it back to P6. P6, maybe P5. Yeah. Yeah, so this would be interesting. But Lando can definitely make up back some places. But that was not the best start from Lando. That was not the best start. So the guy in the black robe represents Verstappen. Oh, Emperor Palpatine. No, he's the FIA. He's the FIA, mate. Verstappen is like Darth Maul. That's him. That's Verstappen. Darth Maul. That's him. Palpatine is like Horner. He's like Christian Horner. He's like, no, sorry. I mean Vader. Darth Vader is like Christian Horner. Or is that Helmut Marko? I know. But, you get my point. You get my point. It's funny that you said the guy in the black robe represents Max Verstappen. Oh, that's hilarious. Maybe Max Verstappen's dad. I hear that dude is crazy. Seriously. I hear that dude is crazy. So now that we're a few laps in the race, who's gonna win? Good job for Lewis. George made a clean pass. A legit clean pass on Leclerc. George legit made a clean pass on Leclerc. Verstappen is within a second. He's in and out of a second to Lewis. I think Lewis is playing the smart. He's not, walking off into the distance. He's maintaining his tires. Not to remember, this is a new car for Lewis. This is still a new car. He's not driven this car properly, race trim, in dry. Driven in the rain in this car, arguably, perhaps more difficult. Now he asks Max Verstappen behind him to contend with. That's not easy. That's a challenge. Piastri is 1.5 seconds down. And this is so typical of Max Verstappen and Lewis, isn't it? Before you know it, they'll start creating their little race within a race. They'll start creating their own little race within a race. Fascinating. I haven't seen Verstappen gotten the DRS yet, so that's interesting. So I haven't seen him use that DRS yet, but perhaps he hasn't been in the 1 second gap at the right time. He's trying though. He's, like I said, he is relentless. He's similar to Lewis. Lewis is the kind of driver that will stay behind you lap after lap, directly behind you. For the entire race. That's what Lewis does. And Max Verstappen seems to be doing the exact same thing now. Took him a while to learn this trick. But can he do it for the entire race? It's only been 5 laps. Can Max do it for the entire race? Stay behind the driver for the entire race within a second. And there isn't any overtake yet, except for Lawson is making an overtake right here, banging wheels. And George made an overtake on Leclerc. And that was a legit overtake, by the way. Legit overtake. Max Verstappen and Hamilton are doing the exact same laps. Good for Lewis. This is good for Lewis. This is the exact sort of competition Lewis needs immediately. I don't want Lewis to become complacent. I want him to have the toughest competition straight away in the new car. for 20 laps. And this will be good preparation for the race on Sunday. And this is why I say I can't live stream while the race is going on. I want to concentrate on the race, and purely on the race. But brilliant start from Lewis. I just have to give him full credit once again. Max Verstappen is now 1.2 seconds behind Lewis. Piastri is catching Max. Piastri is catching Max like less than a second to Max. Max is now 1.4 seconds away from Lewis. So Max is losing time to Lewis and Piastri's catching Max. 9/10. Wow. This is 6 laps within the race. Piastri is out of DRS once again. But wow, so we might see an interesting fight that was the pass with George on Leclerc. Impressive. Seriously. Very impressive from George, Kind of seemed like, Leclerc perhaps wasn't expecting it. Brilliant photo. That's an excellent photo. You see why I love that yellow helmet? It's just absolutely beautiful. Mamma mia. Mamma mia. Mamma mia. But yeah, excellent job from Lewis so far. I want to see a Piastri and Max Verstappen fight. And that's what's happening. There's an FIA steward, Lawson Duhan incident. Okay, they bang wheels. Holy crap. Piastri is like 5/10. Lawson, I think Lawson is making some moves. Some moves. Piastri's catching Max. This is good. And this is exactly what Lewis needed for Max to have to defend against someone else, Because I like Lewis to be the hunter, not the hunted, This is promising. This is very promising. What's Leclerc doing? Leclerc is behind Russell, keeping up with Russell, but he's not within attacking distance. He's not within less than a second. Yeah, it definitely looked like Leclerc did not expect Russell to go for that move. That's the interesting thing. I think Max might have DRS now. And Piastri might have DRS also. Yep, Max is catching Lewis with DRS. Ooh, he's catching Lewis with DRS by a lot. And because Piastri is in the DRS as well, they're both catching Lewis. Now, I think Lewis might have made a mistake in sector 3. Lando Norris is asking about the tires already. Max is getting close to Lewis. He can smell vulnerability. So the question is, did Lewis make a mistake, or is Lewis struggling with tire? He could be struggling. So the middle sector is where Lewis seems to have a lot of pace. So the question is, can he hold on to his position? Because if Max gets close enough, he's going to throw it up the inside. And Max is very close. In fact, Max has the DRS on Lewis. Piastri no longer has the DRS. So other drivers are complaining about tire graining. Yeah, other drivers are complaining about tire graining. So that's interesting. If cars like, the McLaren and the Ferraris are experiencing tire degradation at a rapid pace, and perhaps Max Verstappen has a little bit less. Now, this is where Max could throw it up the inside. If he gets a little bit too close, he will get a little bit too brave, and he might throw it up the inside. And Piastri is 1.5 seconds behind Max. Max is 0.6 behind Lewis. So, 10 laps to go. And Max continues to get closer and closer and closer. And he's just building momentum. Lewis went wide. Lewis went a little bit wide in turn one. Yeah, Lewis went a little bit wide in turn one. That's that's interesting. So it's it's, it's gonna be interesting to see, like, you know, whose tires goes off, you know. The quickest. Adami, Max with DRS behind 1 second. Yeah, Max does have DRS, and he is closing that gap. But if they can keep that tire cool, I tell you, because Max is managing, they're all managing also. Are they on hards? No, no, no. They're on mediums. They are on medium tires. So this is very interesting. You know, Hamilton's still in first, Verstappen's still in second, Piastri's still in third, Russell in fourth, ahead of Leclerc in fifth, got Sonoda in sixth, Antonelli in seven, getting really close to Sonoda. You got Stroll in eighth, Norris in ninth. So what can Norris do? What can Norris do? You know, Lewis has gotten ahead of Max again, above a second. So that's good to see. I think Max had to cool it down because his tires were starting to peak, and they have to be very careful with tire degradation. This is very interesting. If these tires are falling off so quickly in the sprint, how quickly will they fall off in the race? Because we're 10 laps in, and Lawson is making another move on Borman. Holy crap. And ahead of that, you've got Gasly. You got Hajar, and then you got Gasly. So Lawson is getting close to Hajar. You know, you got Tsunoda in sixth, doing a fantastic job. Credit to that kid. And it's like I said many times, I don't want him to go to Red Bull, because Red Bull will destroy his career. A lot of people like to say, Max Verstappen destroys his teammates. No. Max Verstappen teammates have both hands tied behind their back. They're unable to do much. Red Bull destroys Max Verstappen teammates' career. Red Bull destroys their own driver's career. I'll say it because it's obvious that, they build that car for one person and for one reason, Max Verstappen. That's who they build that car for. If that wasn't the case, how is it that all of these teammates continue to perform poorly in their own machinery? How? So these are Hamilton and Verstappen times, courtesy of FIA Gurley. Hamilton 36.8, Verstappen 37, 1.5 second. Verstappen went wide. He did go wide, and Piastri is closer than ever. If Max is struggling on tires, this is where Piastri could pounce. What's Norris doing? Norris is 3.5 seconds away from Stroll, and Stroll has DRS on the Mercedes of Antonelli. So, passing is not as easy as we initially anticipated. It's not as easy because no one is passing so far. Real question is, what tires are they gonna start the race on Sunday? Because they're saying these tires are graining. If they go through the phase of graining, then the tires will, sort of go back to a default state. If that's the case, our team's gonna start Sunday race on hards. We got Hajar. Hajar going for an overtake on Saints, and he completes the overtake. Lawson goes for the overtake as well. Be careful, Carlos. Be careful. Contact. I think there was contact made. And Carlos is pitting. Carlos was told to pit. So he's actually in the pits. Where is Albon? Albon is in 11th behind Alonso. Alonso is in 10th. Why is Alonso in 10th? Mysteries. Only it's a huge mystery. Max is 1.5 seconds behind Lewis. Oscar was in DRS zone, but he's sort of lost out a little bit on that. Let's see. Russell is 4 seconds behind Piastri. And Leclerc is 2.8 seconds behind Russell. So 3 seconds behind Russell. Leclerc doesn't have the race pace today. What the hell? What the actual hell? Holy crap. I'm telling you, seriously. Leclerc does not have the race pace. That's a little bit concerning. He's 3 seconds off Russell. And Russell is 4.2 seconds or 4.3 seconds away from Piastri. Holy crap. Verstappen is 1.8 seconds away from Hamilton. Tire master. Tire massager. I am watching those rear wings. Oscar is getting a little bit close, but he's not getting close enough, But I think he will get a chance to have a go. Trust me. Max, after using all his tires, trying and pass Lewis. I wonder if Lewis was just playing with Max, just a little bit, By the way, does this count as a race win? Because they call it, I don't even think they call it a race anymore, the sprint. I think they just call it F1 sprint. So does this count as a race win? I have no idea. Verstappen is now 2 seconds away from Lewis, and Piastri is holding on to Verstappen. Fine margins. This is what I mean. Verstappen is incredibly consistent. Now, if you imagine the season continues like this, where every race we attend, there's a different team who leads, there's a different driver who leads. Piastri is close now. Holy crap, he's close. Piastri is close. But I don't think he can do it. He can't go around the outside because Verstappen will push him wide. Go on the inside. Verstappen has the inside line. Verstappen holds the inside line. We're on lap 14th, by the way. We're on lap 14th. But this is good. Verstappen is starting to show vulnerability. And that is all I ask, is that Piastri overtakes Verstappen, relegate Verstappen to P3. Verstappen said both of his front tires are dead. That's exactly what he said. And we got about 5 laps to go. So Lewis, being the tire genius and tire master that he is, he continues to extend his lead, or at least maintain his lead. He's taking care of those tires. It's one thing about Lewis. He is generally, just a brilliant driver intellectually, Oscar is close. We're on lap 14, going into lap 15. This might be it. Now, Piastri has incredible pace. It's not easy to pass Max, but he is getting close. And, the McLaren definitely seems like they have better tire management, especially at this stage in the race. For everyone who's watching, remember to give this video a like. We've got 9 likes. Let's make it 10. Remember to give this video a like. This is our first live stream, a watch along. for the sprint race. I hope everyone is enjoying the live stream so far. Once again, Piastri, I really like the way Piastri is consistent at staying on max. He isn't moving. Okay, a little bit of good news for our Ferrari guys. Leclerc is finally starting to show a little bit of pace. Previously he was 3 seconds away from Russell. He's 2.2 seconds now. But he does lack the pace. He does lack the pace, and that's worrying. He's 1.8 seconds now away from Russell. So it looks like tires are definitely starting to play a huge factor. Charles seems to be better on his tires than Russell at this stage. We don't know if it's a car issue or if it's a drive issue. Piastri is 0.5 away. He will do it now. This is lap 15. He has to do it now. He is incredibly close now. He needs to go to the inside. Come on, Oscar. Get it done, Oscar. Oscar is going for the overtake. Oscar is going for the overtake. Push him wide, Oscar. Push Verstappen off that track. Push Verstappen off that track. Piastri got Verstappen. So now Piastri is hunting our guy, Lewis. Okay. So now Lewis has a faster car behind him. Faster than that bloody Red Bull. But Lewis has a couple seconds advantage, But the tire, you can clearly tell Max ran out of tire, especially at that point. And it was futile for him to defend. He didn't even defend the inside line. I think Max was trying to try a switcheroo. I think he was trying to switch. I think he was trying to stay on the left and switch back to the inside. Piastri was clever enough to keep Max Verstappen on the outside. Incredible. He's been in the sport, 2 years or going 3 years now? Very, very good driving. Especially against Verstappen. Excellent. Lewis is now 3.4 seconds ahead of Piastri. He's not slowing down. He's going faster. Does he have the fastest? It's a pity you don't get the points for fastest lap anymore. What were they thinking taking that away? Sid says 40-year-old and going faster and faster. Lewis is the GOAT. Lewis is in GOAT mode. He sure is, man. He sure is. Lewis is indeed in GOAT mode. Holy crap. Lewis is 3.7 seconds ahead of Piastri. Question is, did Verstappen used up a little bit too much tire trying to get ahead of Hamilton, trying to defend against Verstappen? Russell is now 2.8 seconds away from Verstappen. Russell could end up overtaking Verstappen. I know that engineer is telling Russell everything Russell needs to know to overtake Verstappen. And I know Verstappen's engineer is telling him, you got Russell, mate. You got Russell. And he's getting quick. And you got Leclerc, who's now 1 second behind Russell. Come on, Leclerc. I need either Leclerc or Russell to catch and pass Verstappen. Because Verstappen tires are saying bye-bye. And Lewis just continues to go faster. He's now 4.7 seconds ahead of Piastri. Piastri, who's in a much faster car, by the way. Holy crap. Ferrari, you made a grand G investment. Congratulations. Tutto bene. Grazie ragazzi. Mamma mia. Russell is gaining on Max Verstappen, and Lewis continues to extend his lead in the race. Holy crap. What did I just say? I meant to say holy crap. I just said holy crap. Oh my goodness. I forgot I was live streaming for a minute. I don't even know what that means. Oh, I'm just so excited to see this. We're on lap 17. Sorry, we're on lap 18 now. We've got 2 laps left. Antonelli is still trying to get past Tsunoda. Norris is really close to Stroll. Norris should be able to get... Yep, Norris is ahead of Stroll. Now Leclerc is really close to Russell. And Russell is getting close to Verstappen. If Leclerc can make the pass on this lap, if Leclerc can get ahead of Russell on this lap, I have a feeling Verstappen could get overtaken by that Ferrari. Because Russell is catching Verstappen, Leclerc is catching Russell. That is brilliant. Cinema. But Lewis is now 5.6 seconds ahead of Piastri. Holy crap. Lewis is now 5.6 seconds ahead of Piastri. It's like he's getting better and better and better. Like he says, leave me to it. I'm figuring out the car. He meant that shit. He said it with his chest. Okay, this is where Leclerc needs to get ahead of George. But Leclerc is too far away from George. George is getting close to Verstappen. 1 second per lap faster than the McLaren right now. Holy shit, that's a great meme. We're gonna repost that because that's great work. That's great. Thanos is up. Thanos is up. And this time of night. Get to bed, old man. Get to bed. I'm an old man as well, so I can't complain. Leclerc is getting closer to George. He's getting really close to George. But while they fight, they're losing time to Verstappen. Leclerc says he's struggling to turn the car in turn 13, which will explain why he's losing so much time in that middle sector. Lewis is now 6.7 seconds ahead of Piastri. Holy shit, he just went God mode. I don't know what Adami said to him. I don't know what Ricardo Adami said to Lewis. Did he say hammer time? Did he say Santiago? What did he say to Hamilton? Because right now Hamilton is on fire. Right now, he's on fire. Right now, he's entering God mode. Lewis right now is entering God mode. He's on his final lap, by the way. This is the final lap. Arrivederci, Lewis Hamilton. Lewis wins. Lewis wins. Luigi wins, bro. Luigi went in the best way possible. Talk to him nicely. Sir motherfucking Hamilton. Sir Lewis motherfucking Hamilton. Talk to me. Holy crap. Lewis wins. Holy crap. This is surreal. This is surreal. Holy crap. Someone spun out. Doohan spun out. Lawson in 14th. Ahead of Behrman, Ocon, Sainz, Bortoleto, Hulkenberg. Hajar in 13th ahead of Lawson. Gasly 12th, Albon 11th, Alonso 10th. God damn it. Alonso managed to get a point. 9th is going to Stroll. 8th for Norris. 7th for Antonelli. Hamilton is just switched into God mode. He won. Lewis Hamilton wins the sprint race. Lewis Hamilton wins the sprint race. It's time to change his title. What are the haters going to say? Lewis wins. We're changing the title. Lewis wins the sprint race. Holy crap. Good job. What is he going to say? P1 baby. Adami says P1 baby. Adami says P1 baby. Nah, that's crazy. Masterclass. First win in red. Does this count? Does this count as a race win? Because I honestly don't know. So, right. Does this count as a race win? Adami says that was a good job in master tire management. Oof. Mamma mia. I'm just reposting everything. I'm 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 reposting everything. Seriously. I'm reposting everything. Bro, what's going to happen in quali? That's the real question. What the hell is going to happen in quali? You know? Oh shit. Lewis on P1. And Leclerc in P5? Yeah, he was having some issues, turning that bloody car. Lewis asked the gap at the end. Adami said 6.9 seconds. Lewis replied, I thought it was 7 seconds. My guy wanted that 10th. Yeah. He means business. He means business. Led from lap 1 to lap 19. He means business. Yeah, he means business. He means business. I mean, it's only a sprint race, but a win is a fucking win, isn't it? A win is a win. You can't deny it. You can't deny that a win is a win, brother. A win is a win. No matter what the haters say. No matter what the haters say. Speaking of the haters. Speaking of the haters. See this one. See this one. Big hater. Big hater. Big hater. Let's get back to his comment, because he ain't gonna be happy that Lewis won. He ain't gonna be happy. I know exactly what I'm gonna reply to that hater, because he's the one who gave me the idea to live stream tonight. I wasn't even gonna live stream tonight. I wasn't even going to live stream tonight. But he gave me the idea to live stream. Thank you. I was arguing with him pretty much all day. I was arguing with him pretty much all day. The last thing he said was basically, hate grows so tall that you keep giving your time for free. Good point. I didn't say that Red Bull was a back marker, just that it was inferior compared to the Ferrari. Actually, good luck tonight. I hope your saltiness chills a bit. Your life is not as good as when hatred is inside of you. What is he talking about? Anyway, let's give him a like. Here's what we need to say to him. Did you enjoy the race? I'm just a troublemaker. Did you enjoy the race? The race. I'm going to keep that. And because he's not very intelligent, he's going to correct me and say I misspelled that, but I'm going to do it on purpose. Did you enjoy the race? The race. Huh? Let's give him an emoji. Let's give him an emoji. Give him an emoji. Let's find an emoji to give him. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Let's give him an emoji. Haters are good to have. Haters are good to have. Haters are good to have. Lewis is back. Lewis is a star, everyone. That's Keith Reynolds. Everyone in the stand has a 44 on. That's correct. They love him in Japan. Sorry. Why did I say Japan? China. Japan is next race. I can't wait for Japan, by the way. Piastri. Yeah. Huge congratulations to Piastri. Max is talking. I don't even want to hear this guy. Huge congratulations to Piastri, by the way. Yeah, Piastri passed Verstappen. Robert Copeland says 44. Yeah, man. That was a good race. That was a good race. It was really great to see Lewis leading from lap 1. No compromise. Didn't even give Max a chance to even sniff the win. Not even a little sniff. Even if, like I said, even if Max did get ahead in the first corner, I believe Lewis had the pace to overtake during that race. Oscar proved that he was able to overtake, especially as Max Verstappen tires just got worse and worse and worse. I guess your boy need to work on his tire management. I guess he needs to work on his tire management. I'm sorry. I'm actually not sorry. I ain't sorry at all. I ain't sorry at all. Let's listen to Oscar. I want to hear what does Oscar has to say. Who's that talking on Sky? Is that Villeneuve? Why does that look like Villeneuve? Is that Villeneuve? Seriously, is that Villeneuve? I'll never understand why some former F1 drivers become F1 pundits. I'll never understand, because it's like, imagine going from winning race to talking about other people winning race. It's like the biggest downgrade of all time. But maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm wrong. But what do you guys think about the race? What did you guys think about the race? Got 17 votes. Who leads after lap 1? Lewis. Majority votes said Lewis. Some said Oscar. Probably one vote or one or two votes said Oscar. We have 11 likes on this video now. That is fantastic. We will be ending the video soon. We will be ending the video soon. Qualifying is going to be interesting. And the crazy thing is that qualifying is in a couple of hours. It's in a couple of hours. Oh my goodness. Robert says a lot about the last few years. It really does. Like, come on now. So, does this count as a win? Seriously. Look at that. P1, P5. Last race, they were destroying this guy. Last race, they were saying he's washed. It's finished. End. Gone. Lewis Hamilton beats all the records, but this is the first ever sprint win. He's never had a sprint win before. That is so interesting. Russell had 1, Checo had 1, Lando 1, Lewis 1. Valtteri has 2 sprint wins. Valtteri. Max has 11. No surprise with that rocket ship they designed him in 23. That car in 23 was menacing. We've had over 100 views. I'm just listening to Lewis interview. He's just talking. And after that, we're probably going to end the stream unless anyone have any question. But I enjoy this stream because, I've wanted to stream for a while. And I guess tonight was just so perfect. Lewis got pole for the sprint. He won the race. We live stream. We'll witness it together. First Ferrari pole. First Ferrari win. Incredible. But does this count as a win? Because they don't consider this a race anymore, because apparently the legality issues, especially to do with sponsors and contracts and stuff like that. Proxima says, so you're the man behind the camera. I thought he said camera. He said, so you're the man behind all the garbage being posted on this account. You goddamn right. Damn. Listen. We're doing good. Hold on. We got Fred speaking. We got Fred speaking. Yes, Proxima. I am the man behind the garbage you've seen, I hope you've enjoyed this garbage. Probably the best garbage you can find in the F1 community. Trust me, I've seen a whole lot worse, if you know what I mean. Fantastic day for Lewis, to be honest. Fantastic day for Lewis. Fantastic 24 hours for Lewis. They went from calling him wash, he needs to retire. And it's funny, you know, Alonso is the one who binned it in Australia, literally crashed in an embarrassed way. And no one said he should retire. But Lewis finished 10th, and apparently he should retire. Got Keith, great stream, man. Had fun. Thank you. No problem, Keith. I really enjoyed making this stream. It was really good. Like I said, I don't reckon I will be streaming for the race. I don't think so. Probably after the race. Probably before the race. We don't really know. But I don't think I'll be streaming during the race. I think I just want to watch and enjoy it. I'll be tweeting though. I'll be tweeting my ass off. So if you ain't followed me on Twitter yet, what the hell are you guys waiting on? And today I was tweeting a lot. I was tweeting a lot. Some things I was saying is a little bit controversial. Nevertheless, it's a good time to be alive. It's a good time to be alive. I'll be happy to see Lewis continue to drive Max Verstappen crazy for the next 5 to 10 years. I'll be happy to see that. Panda said Ferrari will F up in the real race. You know, the only reason why they didn't fuck up already is because they didn't have to pit. Holy crap. It's kind of sad, you know. Yeah, that Ferrari will Ferrari. They will do some Ferrari stuff. But, you know, Lewis joining Ferrari, this is all I wanted. This is all we wanted, was for him to write a new chapter in his racing career, prove the doubters wrong, win a few wins, get a few pole positions, you know, put on some brilliant racing at 40 years old. This guy's 40. You think Max Verstappen can do this at 40? I'm sorry. No, he's going to be burnt out. In case you don't know what a burnout is, perhaps you've never worked hard in your entire life. But when you work so hard for too long, you get burnt out. Lewis doing this at 40 is... After what they did to him in 2021... And, you know, so much I want to say. But I'm going to leave it till for the other videos and the other live streams. Proxima said, your bias is blatant. You and people like Wonderful and Esbinala 44 are giving a bad look to Team LH. Who the fuck said I was Team LH? I spell it out for you, fam. Cult LH. Who the fuck said I was Team LH? You came to the wrong place if you think that I'm a voice of reason. Fuck. You came to the wrong place if you think I'm here to play nice or I'm here to be nice or fair. No. After 2021, I avoided making this channel for so fucking long. But because of look at how they treated Hamilton after the Australian Grand Prix. And you're going to sit there and tell me that we're the problem? So you don't see the blatant racism, disregards, hypocrisy, two standards of treating drivers differently? You don't see that. You don't see that problem in F1, but apparently we're the problem because we speak the truth. Truth must hurt. Truth must hurt. There's a reason why I got a big joke on this channel called a complete unbiased HQ, because I'm anything but the opposite of complete unbiased. I'm insanely biased. We're all biased. part of the human experience. Anyway, I'm not even going to get too fired up, because if I do, you might see volcano coming through my ears. Seriously. Robert says Atlanta here, go Lewis. Atlanta, Georgia. Man, I got a brother who lives in Atlanta, Georgia. Seriously, bro. Shout outs to you, man. Welcome to the channel. Hope you've been enjoying the videos. We got plenty more videos to come. Holy crap, Lewis just won a sprint race. Got pole and won. I don't know if this counts as a win, but a win is a win, innit? Panda says that's why Hamilton not gonna be a champion. What? Because Ferrari's gonna F up. Well, I can't disagree with you there, mate. I can't disagree with you there. I'm already content. You know, if Lewis doesn't win another championship, I got no problems with that. I am content. He's proven himself time after time. It is clear that if Lewis wins a championship in, you know, a VW Golf, people will still say it's the car. No matter what he does, people will still find a way to ridicule, attempt to discredit his name. And that's just being black. Since I was a kid, my father has told me one thing. You got to work twice as hard and expect half the recognition as a black person in a Western world. In a world where it is not normal to be a black driver and to be that successful. To be the only black driver and to be that successful. You can see you can see the almost as if Lando Norris was resentful towards Lewis because he felt as if Lewis had it easier compared to him. This is Lando, you know. Lando family is filthy fucking rich. When I say they're filthy rich, I mean like they probably used to own slaves. Filthy rich. That's how rich they are. He's from Bristol. I live in Bristol. His dad is filthy fucking rich. So I don't understand how we can criticize Lewis and say Lewis has always been in a good car and had it easier than others. Mate, Lando Norris wasn't fed by silver spoon. He was fed with golden spoon. So, excuse me, Norrises, if we don't buy your bull fucking shit, you can get the fuck out of here. Listen, the hypocrisy in the sport, especially against Lewis. So yes, when I create a YouTube channel, I avoided it for years, but after they continued to discredit his name, I realized I had to create a YouTube channel to fight against the hypocrisy in the sport, the nastiness in the sport that Lewis faced continuously. He continuously faced some of the harshest treatments in the sport. And they pretend as if he's treated as just any other racing driver who's white. He's not white, and he's not treated anywhere nicely as the other drivers who are white. Like I said, you know, Alonso crashed out in the Australian Grand Prix. No one said anything. No media, no one. Lewis finished in 10th. And it's not like Charles was on the podium. It's not like Charles had pole position, won the race. No, they were both struggling. The team fucked up both of their strategy, by the way. Charles spun. And this was Lewis' first time in the Ferrari. In the rain. Lewis didn't spin, didn't make a fucking mistake, didn't crash like Alonso. But people were that quick to go against him. Got Wagwan. Good channel. Thanks, man. putting up the Jamaican flag. In case people don't know, I am a Jamaican. Born and raised. Born and raised. Listen, um, I grew up in the country in Jamaica, so I'm a country boy at heart. I'm a country youth, isn't it? So whenever I see the Jamaican flag, I have to show mad respect to my people them. Especially if you know I come to my channel and I support me. Thank you. I respect that. I respect that a 1,000%. Isn't it? So I'll always respect that. And I'll always and the minute that Jamaican come on my channel, you know say may I have to finish with the English talk. The English talk stop right that's all, right? Immediately may I have to go into the patois. Cause I have to show respect. I love my culture. Just the other night, me did I name some Jamaican food. You know, so me buy me oxtail. I was mashing it up. You see me? So, me love my country, me love my country, me love my country, me love my country. Jah Rastafari, Il King Selassie. Listen, at the moment we got like 31 people in at the live. I don't even think we're gonna end yet because I haven't answered these questions yet. Listen, Proxima says Lewis has the most fans around the world, and yet people like you still try to push the racism narrative about Lewis. What does him having the most fans have to do with racism? So you think because he has a huge fan base, he doesn't experience racism? You need to get a CAT scan. You need to get a CAT scan, and you need to you need help. But I'm guessing you ain't black. I'm guessing if you had to spend one day in this here skin color, boy, you wouldn't last a fucking minute. No, you know that already. You just said the dumbest thing I've ever. I was actually ready to have a conversation with you until you said that. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. You do realize that not everyone in Formula One likes Lewis. Not every fan base supports Lewis. Some fan base are genuinely racist. The fuck? A push racism narrative is not. It's not a lie. It is quite clear as day. If you don't believe me, just look in the comments on Twitter, on Instagram, whenever they post about Lewis, the level of racism. But you know what? This is why I created a YouTube channel, because it feels like, yeah, people always say that we say there's racism and they try to deny it. Don't worry. I'm gonna give all of your pussy walls, me, I gonna give you proof. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm telling you. This is exactly why I created a channel. Because of people like this idiot who will post the most stupid comment. And this is why you need more channels like this to stand up for Lewis. Before 21, there was no quick stop F1. There was no black podcast, no black channels. You know, and I'm thankful that people like Quick Stop, F1 with Nasha and Tandy, they were able to create their channel. I met them, great people, great people. I met them and see them speak the truth, and then I was able to, I even spoke with Nasha and said, listen, I wanted to create a channel, but I didn't after AD21. But the bullshit against Lewis just keeps on going on. And it's like, being black, you know, we have to come with receipt. You ever walk into the store, buy your food, but you make sure you keep the receipt when you're black, just in case they stop you and they say, what are you doing? I got my receipt here. Go suck your mother. Yeah, that's what being black is. That is genuinely what being of African descent feels like. I get it. Most of you, some of you who don't have the darker skin, you don't get it. You don't understand that. And nothing against you. Enjoy your privilege. Trust me. If I got privilege as well. And believe it or not, we're gonna get even more privilege. And I'm gonna enjoy it. I got no problem with white people enjoying their privilege. No problem. But are you conscious about it? Because when you're not conscious about it, that's when it creates problems like this, and it ends up this idiot posting something rather silly and rather stupid by saying just because Lewis has a large percentage of fans means that he clearly couldn't experience racism. Which fucking planet were you born on? Like, I don't know. Maybe you're just trolling, but this is exactly why I created a channel, because we need more channels like this that are ready to stand up against the hypocrites. The hypocrites. You know, we need more channels that's able to stand up against the hypocrites. Let me finish these. Let me finish these. Finish these questions. Keith says people are racist, never want to hear the truth. Just because he has the most number of fans does not mean the organization that govern him is not biased against him. Exactly. Keith basically said the same thing I was thinking. Exactly. It's common sense. Anyone who'd write that comment saying that Lewis has a large fan base so he shouldn't experience racism, or he doesn't experience racism, you're a dummy. You're a buffoon. You're a buffoon. You're a clown. That's a clown's comment. That is a clown's comment. Seriously. Really enjoy your content and your perspective. Props for speaking up and speaking out. Thanks, man. I do appreciate it. We're trying, and we're gonna do more, because we keep on hearing them complain about Lewis doesn't experience racism. The fuck have you been? Seriously, which sport have you been watching? Don't worry, we're gonna hold receipts. We're gonna be posting receipts. I think I might even have some receipts. I just have to find it. But don't worry, we'll be posting receipts. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Um, Here we go again. This idiot, Proxima. This is what he has to say now. Another stupid comment. Lewis is babied by the British media. You sure about that? I'll tell you one fucking thing. I see Lewis receives more hate from the British media than any other fucking driver in Formula One. Let me repeat. Because maybe your ear not working. Lewis receives way more dislike, hate from British media compared to any other driver. Even Verstappen doesn't receive that level of hate and despair by the British media. And when you say they baby him, you must be talking about the Dutch media. And now they have their head far up Verstappen's ass. I know. I know. I know. Maybe that one's just me. Apparently, this guy's saying apparently we're pushing some sort of narrative about racism. I ain't gonna go into that again. Proxima says, so you think people like Max don't experience hate and xenophobia when he goes to Britain? I've heard some nasty things about Max in Great Britain, and yet no one talks about it. I never said that. I never said Verstappen doesn't experience hate. I never said he doesn't experience xenophobia. I never said there isn't bad things being said about him. I never said that. But I'm not responsible for what other people say. I'm not holding you accountable for what other people say. I'm holding you accountable for the stupid shit you just commented, for the shit you just said. You see the difference? Right? I'm not trying to hold people accountable for things they didn't do. But if you're going to deny that Lewis experienced racism, I'm not denying that Max Verstappen experienced hate comments. Of course he does. Every Formula One driver does. Everyone famous experienced some sort of hate comment or haters or some shit like that. Never said he didn't. Once again, you're making yourself look like a fool. Seriously. Once again. Anyway. Panda says, remember, Lewis couldn't defend with a rocket engine in Abu Dhabi. And about 30 or 40 laps old tires, but you know. By the way, a rocket engine? You mean the engine that Max Verstappen had in his car? The engine that was built by Honda. The engine that was 1 or 2 years ahead of anyone else on the grid, except for the Mercedes. You talking about that the same engine, the Honda engine that dominated in 23, 22, first half of 24? You're talking about that engine? The engine freeze engine? Another stupid question. Another stupid question. My goodness. My goodness. Anyway, My Crypto Space UK says, awesome content, thank you. No problem at all. Proxima said, mate, we all have our struggles in our life. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. And you know, but I'm still not gonna stand for the blatant disregard for what Lewis experienced. It's not like it's the other way around. It's not like it's the other way around, you know, where people are in denial of something that is fairly obvious. We forget the Spanish Grand Prix, and don't tell me it was a long time ago. Say what you will. But the only difference with what happened at the Spanish Grand Prix and today is that it's now happening online. The racism that Lewis received at the Spanish Grand Prix, it just happens online now. So maybe you don't see it because they're not commenting on your post. They comment on Lewis' posts. I've been in Lewis' posts, and all I've seen was monkey emoji, nigger, nigger, nigger. Now, don't get me wrong. I deal with those comments differently because as a black person, we get those. We get those. We do. We get those to our face. We get them online. We get them everywhere. I got my own way of dealing with it. But are you just going to deny that it is wrong? But it only becomes a problem when it happens to someone you like. That's the thing, isn't it? It's like what Dave Chappelle said. Everyone thinks a joke is funny until it, you know, until it's about them. Or everyone thinks something is funny until it happens to them. So, can't expect people who don't experience racism, you can't expect them to understand racism. You just can't. Breaking. Boxing legend George Foreman dies at 76. No fucking way. George? You're fucking joking. George Foreman? No fucking way. Not George Russell. George Foreman. This is true. No fucking way. Hold up, hold up. If that's happened, that's gotta be on Twitter. Holy shit. Legendary boxer George Foreman has passed away at 76. He was a 2-time heavyweight champion and an Olympic gold medalist, as well as an amateur. And rest in peace, Big George. No fucking way. That's a great, you know. That is a great. That is a great. That is a great. Seriously. R.I.P. to George Foreman. One of the greatest boxers of all time. A guy hit you, felt like you've been hit by 1,000 fridge. George Foreman. And you know, I've watched a movie. Excellent movie, by the way. I've watched a movie with Forrest Whitaker. Excellent movie. Excellent movie, but Big George. No fucking way, man. Even Mike Tyson has tweeted out about it. No fucking way. Condolences to George Foreman's family. His contribution to boxing and beyond will never be forgotten. No way. Holy shit. Feels like we're losing everyone lately, man. Crazy. Feels like we're losing everyone lately. That's crazy. Proxima says, if you're happy to discuss it later on, you can contact me on Discord. I'm happy to discuss it in a respectful manner. We can discuss it in a respectful manner at any time, you know, but, you know, I don't really have time to contact you on Discord. I can barely keep up with my own life, man. You know, but don't worry, stick around. If you genuinely think Lewis doesn't experience racism in this sport, stick around. I'm gonna post proof. Don't worry. I'll be posting proof. Don't you worry. And then when I do, I don't want to hear any excuse. Because, you know, that's the next thing, is deflecting and then excuse. I don't want to hear any excuse when I post proof. Because that's what this channel is here for, to defend Lewis Hamilton. But to defend him in such a way where we provide proof of what he's actually experiencing, so the haters can't just say, yeah, it's not true. No. Proof. And it's true. My Crypto Space UK say, I love Jamaican food. Best food in the world, brother. Best food in the world. Jeez, best food in the world. I can't wait to move back home as well. To sunny Caribbean. The capital of the Caribbean. Sunny, sweet Jamaica. Yo, it's a vibe. It's a vibe. Isn't Quali in like an hour and a half or 2 hours or something? And there I am still live streaming. Anyway, I gotta go soon. Panda says, well, Max wins the title with the rocket engine, Lewis didn't. When did Max win the title with... Wait, what? What are you talking about? Oh, you mean Max used that Honda engine and win in 22, 23 when Lewis was in the W13? Congrats. Max Verstappen beat Lewis when Lewis was in an actual fucking tractor. The W13 tractor is reserved for that shit. I think the word shitbox is reserved for that shit. And I love Mercedes cars. And I hate to disrespect a Mercedes. Any Mercedes at all. But that fucking car. And at the last moment when the car did show some true pace in Brazil, your guy, Max Verstappen, admitted to driving straight into Lewis. Bravo. Bravo. You see, that's the standard. How are Max Verstappen fans going to justify that? How can they justify his behavior? Believe it or not, they will find a justification. Instead of just admitting and saying, listen, you know, I don't know if Max Verstappen fans realize this, but no one is denying Max Verstappen ability as a driver, as a racing driver. No one is denying that he is an unbelievably brilliant and talented racing driver. No one denies that. But the way you guys act is it's as if people don't give him his credit or his flowers. We give him plenty of credit. I don't even like the prick, but I give him plenty of credit. He is formidable. But he is also a dirty fucking bastard when it comes to racing wheel to wheel. There's drivers where Seb and Lewis, they had their moments. You know, pushing wide here, pushing wide there. Even Rosberg and Lewis, they had their moments, you know, puncturing tires and all kinds of mischievous shit. But even Schumacher tried to push another driver into the barrier in Hungary. I don't think we've ever had anyone who's as good as Max, but also who's as incompetent and has a complete disregard for other human lives and his own. Say what you will, but the guy is dirty when it comes to wheel-to-wheel racing, and he doesn't care. The last people who should be a voice of reason is Verstappen fans. That's like come on now. And believe it or not, you will find a way to justify his behavior. And the ridiculous justification I usually hear is his aggressive style is so brilliant, is so fierce, is so incredible. You mean pushing people off track, pushing people in the gravel, driving into people? Look at what he did to Norris. Look at what he did to Norris last year. His best friend, apparently. His best friend. You saw the real Verstappen come out for a minute. That's what we say. We're going to hold your guy accountable. We never said he's not a brilliant driver. He's a brilliant driver. And he's also brilliantly a dirty bastard when it comes to wheel-to-wheel racing. And I don't have any nicer words to describe Verstappen. The other words I have are significantly worse. Now, that's where we can agree on something. Whether or not you like to admit it. You know he's dirty. You know he's a brilliant racing driver. 2 can be true. 2 is true. So, as long as he continues to see competition from guys like Lewis, Charles, Russell, Lando, as long as Max continues to seek real competition from those guys, Max will continue to expose himself. Panda says lions eat goats. So you're admitting that Lewis is the goat. I ain't never seen a lion climbing a fucking vertical wall. How are they gonna catch the goat? Unless it's on land. And another thing, Aren't lions from Africa? It's funny. I don't remember Verstappen being from Africa. I'll say it again. I'll say it louder. It's funny. I don't remember Verstappen being from Africa. You know who is from Africa? That man right there. His DNA, his blood, his skin, his hair, his talent, his melanin. That's what's from Africa. And that's what's driving you fucking crazy. You can take that to the fucking Arkham Asylum if you'd like. I'll meet you in there. Trust me, they need to lock my ass up too. I'm just as crazy. I'm worse. You just ain't seen it yet. So don't fuck with me. But lions are from Africa. I don't know if y'all ever watched National Geographic or even went into a geography class, but lions are from Africa. Max Verstappen is not. This is awkward. Panda said I took it too literal. Don't let me laugh. Boy, don't let me laugh. Get your ass out of my stream. Don't let me laugh. Took it too literal. This boy said I took it too literal. I'm having way too much fun. We got 44 concurrent viewers. 44. Goddamn. The stars are aligning. Stars are aligning, baby. Stars are aligning. No, seriously. The panda just said I took it too literal. Bro, that's the funniest shit I've heard all week. Fucking hell, don't make me laugh that hard. It's 4 fucking o'clock in the morning. I got people sleeping in my house. You fucking bastard making me laugh that fucking hard. God damn. You gonna give a nigga a heart attack. You need to calm the fuck down. This is F1. You're starting to talk about where lions are from. You see where the Verstappen fans draw the line? You see how they justify things. You said lions eat goats. I never denied it. All I said was they are from Africa. Now, last time I checked, that is true. But it doesn't surprise me that Verstappen fans have a problem with the truth. Shit. I done touched a fucking nerve. Shit. God damn. I didn't mean to say that. Please stay on the stream. I didn't mean to hurt you guys' feelings that bad. You know. Let's not get personal. Let's not get personal. Okay? Let's not get personal. Let's not get personal. Bizzle says Lewis is the baby by the British media. Yes. Being sarcastic, of course. Yes, because Crofty, Brundle, Karoon sounded excited when he won the sprint. These crybabies, Verstappen fans, get some sleep. Seriously. Like I said, the British media, they give Lewis way more hate than any other F1 driver in history, past or present. I got carried away for a minute. I entered a laughing frenzy. Seriously. Got carried away for a fucking minute, fam. They all had to eat humble pie today, Elemental. Big facts. Big facts. The king is back. The motherfucking king is back. And I know, I know it. I know it's, you know, I know it gets to some people. I know it gets to them, but I can promise them. You guys ever feel lonely? Feel like you don't have a place you belong? You can get your ass over here to this live stream and tell us how much you love Lewis Hamilton. I'm talking about the Lewis Hamilton haters. We know you love Lewis. Stop pretending like you don't. How can you not? He's 40 years old. He's 40 years old. And he just made Verstappen look like a lion that is not from Africa. Oh boy. Oh. I probably struck another fucking nerve. What do lions that are not from Africa look like any fucking way? I don't think there's any. Shit. I guess there's only one true lion, and that's him right there. That's the king right there. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna take y'all I'm gonna take y'all on a biology class if y'all fuck with me. A geography and biology class. That's right. I know more about this shit than David Attenborough. That's not his name, is it? The fuck is his name again? That old dude who's always making those great discovery, videos about animals and shit. I don't fucking remember his name. Ration said, a lion that is not from Africa. I'm dying. Shit, I didn't know my jokes were that good. I did not. I need to chill. Fam. You know who else needs to chill? Verstappen crew. Y'all need to chill. Verstappen crew walks around like they're Vin Diesel. The fuck you think you guys are? Come on now. I don't know. Y'all walk around like you've Vin Diesel. Hobbs and Shaw. That's how you guys walk around, like you're Vin Diesel. And it's like, in reality, you guys are just as pathetic as Karun Chandok. And the only difference about Karun is that his loyalty is up for sale. Like many people in Formula One, their loyalties are up for sale. They sign a contract that says, I give up all my rights and loyalty to Sky F1 in return to ridicule Lewis Hamilton at full blast. Until, recently, you remember when the Verstappens literally boycott Sky? Sky was literally Verstappen and Horner's best mates. I'm not surprised the Red Bull guys are having relationship problems. Cheating is a bitch. I just broke the fifth wall. Shit. Cheating is a bitch. Cheating is a bitch. And the way y'all get away with cheating, don't fuck with me today. I ain't even sprinkled my holy water yet. That's why I'm going off. If I sprinkle some holy water, this whole place will burn down. I hope you get the idea. I've been streaming for at least 2 hours and I ain't drink one water. It's boiling in here. I like it. I like it when it's hot. Just scorch earth. It's my way of, just preparing for the afterlife. If you get what I mean. Fuck it. I'm just joking with you guys. You guys need to chill. I'm looking at some old old comments from Proxima. Because Lewis never drove on purpose into Massa in Monaco or into Pastor in Valencia. Pastor. Did Lewis drive into a goddamn pastor? Ain't nobody told me this shit. Did Lewis drive into a pastor? You know you're not supposed to hit pastors. Goddamn, you can drive into a priest, but not a pastor, goddammit. What's wrong with you people? Did Lewis really drive into a pastor? In Valencia? In the capital of Christianity, you drove into a pastor? What the fuck? It's some bullshit. I need to find that fucking video. I didn't know Lewis drove into a pastor. That was, shit. How the fuck did they get him back in Ferrari? It's a mystery. It's a mystery. Pastor Maldonado, of course. That's the pastor he drove into. I thought that idiot is the one who used to drive into other people. If I remember correctly. Wasn't that the race where he closed the door on Lewis? I don't even fucking remember. But, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You can, yeah, Lewis has had a few collisions over the years, no doubt. But he's one of the cleanest, if not the cleanest racer there's ever been in the sport. Come on now. That is the truth. Panda says you have to chill. It's one sprint race. Oof. We won't chill. I'll tell you why we won't chill. Because for the first time since 2021, Lewis Hamilton has a car that might be able to compete for the championship. Why the fuck would we chill? We want war. We want to retire Verstappen. We want to retire Verstappen permanently. Not just that. We want to drive him out of his misery. We want Lewis to do to Verstappen what Lewis did to Alonso. I don't think you guys get it. You call owner, call that old ass looking mongrel, mummy looking ass Helmut Marko, call him as well. Call that self-hating, deprecating hypocrite who's the president of the FIA, call him as well. And you can tell them they slowed down the wrong fucking car. They slowed down McLaren. It was the wrong fucking car. I know that's what they're thinking. Like, fuck. We slowed down the wrong fucking car. Now we got to find a way to slow down Ferrari. No, enjoy every little bit of Lewis' success. Everything. One race ago, they were real excited. They were putting it. They were running his name through the mud. Maybe you should do that more often, because the more you talk about Lewis, the stronger he gets. I mean, when Oscar overtook Verstappen, I thought, okay, 2.5 seconds to Lewis, he's gonna close down. He's gonna close the gap to Lewis in no time. Lewis and Adami had different plans. Lewis and his race engineer Adami had different plans. Lewis just kept on extending that lap. I watched the time go from 2.5 seconds to 3.5 seconds, 4 seconds, 4.5 seconds, 5 seconds, 5.5 seconds, 6 seconds, 6.5 seconds. So holy shit. You pissed off the monster. And I don't think the Verstappens realize. They still think this is a fluke. You remember the Las Vegas Grand Prix last year? The way this motherfucker was flying? I actually thought this nigga was gonna take off. I don't know, maybe he had a couple of shots of Red Bull that morning. I don't know. But the motherfucker was flying. Abu Dhabi, closed down George, overtake on the last lap. This ain't no fluke. What this is consequence. You fucked around. Now you're gonna find the fuck out about consequence. He is your consequence. You have to deal with him. Me, you ain't got to deal with me. You have to deal with him. Verstappen have to deal with him. And Lewis did the genius thing by going to the one team on the grid that is perhaps a little bit more powerful than Formula One and the FIA. I'll say it again for everyone who had bad hearing. Lewis made the masterful decision to change to a team that is perhaps more powerful than the FIA and Formula One. Which team is that? The red motherfucking team, Ferrari. That's what he did. He said to himself, if they're going to steal my championship again, would Ferrari allow it? That's a good fucking question. Ferrari would have the chance to produce an 8-time world champion and to delay the inevitability of Max Verstappen. There's no doubt if Max Verstappen continues in this sport for the next 10 years, he will accumulate a lot more championships. Now, the longer Lewis can remain in the sport, the longer we can delay that inevitability. Because when it comes to Max versus other drivers such as George, Leclerc, Lando, Max is ahead of those guys by some good margins. And the only one who can really put Max in his place is Hamilton. Say what you will about Hamilton, but in 2021, on race day, him and Verstappen were like this every fucking lap, every fucking race. I remember very few races where you know, either of them were the clear leader. They were 20 seconds ahead of everyone else, having their own fucking race, and they were just next to each other. Either Lewis was just behind Max, 1 second behind him, or Max was 1 second behind Lewis, and that was the fucking way it was. Now Max knows there's no one else on the grid that can do that to him. That's why Max always raced Lewis different. The moment he sees Lewis on track, his brain switches into hyperdrive. And he either does stupid or he does brilliant. Usually stupid. And I've always theorized that perhaps Max Verstappen's parents specifically trained him to defeat Lewis Hamilton. Remember now, Lewis debuted in 2007. Michael Schumacher was already aware of Lewis since 2005, 6, or 4. They had a karting race together. A lot of the F1 community, racing community, knew about Lewis quite early on. They knew how good he was. And they knew he was destined for Formula One. And they knew he was the next generation. They knew there was something more special about Lewis, way more special about him compared to any other driver, compared to Sebastian. I remember back in 2017 and 18, people were saying Sebastian is better than Lewis. I remember telling people, you must be out of your fucking mind. Now look where Sebastian is and look where Lewis is. Lewis retired Sebastian. In Sebastian's final days in Formula One, nothing against Seb. Respect to Seb. He's one of the few drivers who stand up for Lewis and stand up for human rights in this fucking sport. And he's one of the few drivers who acknowledge that Lewis does experience racism. Sebastian even said it himself. That, hey, Lewis, in some of these teams, they're racist against you. Sebastian actually stood up for what was right. But in his final days in Formula One, he was spinning. At that point, he really lost it. But racing Lewis Hamilton was the biggest challenge of his entire life. And he could never match it. He could never match it. And that's Sebastian fucking Vettel right there. And don't say he didn't have the car. He did. 2017, 2018, he had the car. No excuses there. No excuses there. Maria says Lewis is the GOAT. Last 4 races of 2021, Lewis gave him no chance. That's why FIA had to do something. That's true. The end of that season, Lewis came alive. And you know he gets stronger as the season goes on. He builds momentum. And coming into the season, anyone ever found it unusual just how happy Lewis was? And we know because of Nico Rosberg, expert research on Lewis, this guy dedicated hours into beating Lewis. Not just on track, but off track. He had to understand the psychology of Lewis Hamilton in order to beat Lewis Hamilton. He had to understand that in order to beat Lewis Hamilton needs to be uncomfortable. You know, Lewis Hamilton is the kind of driver where if he's happy, you're not going to win. And what have we seen Lewis been, especially this year? He's been remarkably happy. Even when he shouldn't be happy, he's just been optimistic and happy. And that gives him fucking strength. And to see the way they spoke about him after Australia, that gave him even more motivation. That's the guy you're trying to beat. The guy that it's very difficult to put him down. When Nico Rosberg figured it out, if you can put Lewis down, try to keep him there as long as possible. Nico used it to his advantage. By the way, Nico is one of my favorite drivers. You know, ruthless, but I think he's underrated. He's one of the most underrated Formula One driver of all time. When he was beating Schumacher, people were saying he's the future. As soon as Lewis joined the team, people stopped talking about Nico. Because that's the benchmark, you know? So Formula One is indeed a strange sport. But stranger than fiction. That's what it surely is. Listen, we have 41 likes. Let's make it 44. Come on now. I don't know what you're waiting for. Let's make it 44. Justin says, for Sirs, the new Lada Toto must be gutted. Lewis is happy now because he is at a place that suits him to a T. I don't know if anyone can replace Lada, but I get what you mean. Listen, well, actually, Vasseur was with Lewis way before Toto or Lada. Remember now, he was Lewis' boss in 2006. Vasseur and Lewis, they go way back. We got 46 likes. You guys overdid it. Don't unlike. 46 likes is good. I'm quite happy with that. We've had over 700 views on this live stream so far. 2 hours of live streaming. I didn't intend on staying on this long, but conversation is going good. 41 views. Conversation is going good. You guys seem to be enjoying the live stream, so why stop it now? You know, let's find out what time is qualifying, because that'd be important to know. That would be important to know. Qualifying is 2 hours away. So wait, is qualifying at 7 o'clock for me? Holy crap. That's painful. That's painful. That is painful. I will have to stop this eventually, but God knows I don't want to. Let's go back to some of these older comments, because I still haven't read all of them. I just kept on rambling on, you know. Justin says, Leclerc just realized how difficult it will be going forward now. Well, that's the thing about Leclerc. That's the thing about the situation with Leclerc. He was saying he doesn't have confidence in the car, especially in qualifying. In the race, he was having particular issues around, you know, turn 13, turning the car. It's very interesting what Leclerc is experiencing, isn't it? Hamilton is getting along greatly with the car, but perhaps that's because of his setup. He said in Australia, he sort of listened to the team, did what the team wanted to do in terms of setup. He said in this race going forward, he wanted to try something of his own. Try to do things his own way. It's definitely fucking work, hasn't it? GT Nate says Lewis is an inspiration to all of the melanin and rich people who love F1. Facts. Bro, speak the truth. Facts. Facts, facts, facts. He is beyond an inspiration. There's never been anyone else who's done what he's done. In Formula fucking 1, in motor racing. Yeah. Huge inspiration. Huge inspiration, you know. I'm still a far way away from having kids, but when I do, I want to get some of them in motorsport. Lewis, come on now. Who do you think? Who do you think I'm gonna be teaching them about, championing them about? It's Lewis. It's Lewis, and I love what Lewis is doing with Mission 44. I love it. I was looking at some of the results that they had last year. Very encouraging results. Let's go back to some of these videos. Proxima said a while ago, we're not allowed to criticize Lewis. If we do, we're going to be called racist or white privilege. I didn't call you racist. You can go back and watch this again. I said white people do have privilege. That is true. But I never said anything was wrong with having privilege. I also have some privileges. I can go out in the sun for hours without any sunscreen, and that's a fucking privilege. And when I'm walking home at night, people are scared of me. That's a fucking privilege. Well, depends on how you see it. And, you know, the best privilege about being black is wherever you go, there's always someone to help you. I'll go into Tesco. There's always people walking, you know, they're always around to help. I don't know if white people have that privilege, but I do. Always someone to help. It's brilliant. We all have privileges. I never said anything was wrong with people having their privilege. I said you should be conscious of how having certain privileges other people do not. There's certain privileges that I have that other people don't. Certain privilege that you have that other people don't possess. Never said anything was wrong with it. I just said as human beings, if we're conscious about it, we can usually handle it in a more decent manner. People who choose to ignore it, that's where the problem lies. Never said you were a racist. You haven't said a single racist thing. I've never said you were a racist. So I said racism does exist in this sport, especially against Lewis. Of course it does. Racism also, I experience racism all the time. I never said you were racist. So you see the difference? So if you want to have good conversations, consider to yourself, is your intentions good? And if your intentions are good, lead with that. But just saying, of course, if you criticize Lewis, people are going to have something to say. Of course they are. Listen, I don't know what nationality you have. I'm a Jamaican. If I support another Caribbean country, football, running, track and field, whatever, people are going to say, if I support Jamaica, people are going to say, oh, you're supporting Jamaica because you're Jamaican. Of course. So it's like being of a different nationality and supporting, if you're German, you tend to support Germans. If you're British, you tend to support British. If you're Dutch, you tend to support Dutch. I never said there is any problem wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with supporting your countrymen or your countrywomen. There's nothing wrong with supporting people you have things in common with. There's nothing wrong with that. So you kind of lost me. We're not criticizing, Max Verstappen or, if you and I'm sure if I criticize other people, I'm Jamaican. If I criticize St. Lucia are going to be pissed off with me, and they're going to say you're criticizing St. Lucians because you're not St. Lucian. That's just called being a human being. That's what human beings do. You criticize someone who you have nothing in common with, or you're not of the same nationality, you're not of the same skin color. People will have something to say. I don't see why people are so surprised at this. It's common sense. A French criticizing a German in football, the Germans are going to say, it's because they're French. Same shit. So I don't know how I see it, but y'all don't. I don't know. Proxima says Ferrari definitely isn't more powerful than the FIA and F1. Remember 2005 and the secret agreement in 2019. Well, in 2019, when Ferrari had that secret agreement because of their overpowered engine, illegally overpowered engine, who knew that was only the beginning of many secret agreements between the FIA, Formula One, and teams, most notably Red Bull. Let's not forget what happened last year with their brakes and their controversy. Let's not forget what happened. So it happens. But I do think that Ferrari has a certain power within the sport that you know, what was Mercedes supposed to do? I think they said if Mercedes wanted to protest or sue, they would have to drop out of the 2022 championship. Lewis, not knowing the true performance of the W13, thought, okay, let's just go racing. I want my 2.0. I want round 2 of 2021. Lewis was game. He was ready. And the car just wasn't there. But like I said, no one can govern the FIA. No one is governing the FIA. And in order to keep the FIA accountable, apparently you have to drop out of next year's proceeding or or championship contention. That is the biggest hypocrisy I've ever heard of. That's a very nice way for the FIA to protect themselves against any litigation or any possible lawsuit that could arise from an existing team on the grid. Just tell them, you can't sue us unless you leave the grid. That is the biggest hypocrisy I've ever seen. So, is Ferrari more powerful than the FIA? I'd say it's more the fact that they have a certain legitimacy, command of power in the automotive sport industry, connections. I don't know. I don't know if they would do the same thing to Ferrari and Lewis that they did to Mercedes and Lewis, stealing championships and, giving Max preferential, illegal. They literally call it a human error. That was in their reports. Human error. And yet they say the results were legitimate. Yeah. Bizarre times. Truly bizarre times. Got 40 concurrent views. Over 53 likes. That's looking good. Let's get this likes to 60. Let's go. Let's get it to 60. We got some fresh comments. Maria says, yeah, lots of respect for Seb. The Redeemer, I've been watching your stream. I'll be rewatching your stream. Laugh out loud. I'll be rewatching your stream. Loving the content you're putting up for us. We appreciate it. Keep doing you. Thank you. I really appreciate the support. See, get a lot of positive feedback, a lot of positive comments, lots of positive support. There is no doubt. Get a lot of positive support. Nico is awesome. He is a unique driver and he knows Lewis is better than him. Yeah, that's the thing about Nico. He had to accept that he will never be as good as Lewis. But, he might be able to, play some trickery. He once Nico accepted that he's not as fast as Lewis, Nico could focus on the other things that he could improve that Lewis wasn't focusing on. Lewis wasn't trying to trim weight from his calves. Lewis wasn't taking off the paint off his helmet to gain time. Nico went into detail on everything to beat Lewis Hamilton, to even be close to him. And a few hours after the man win the championship, the man is like, Toto, I won't be here next year. I can't do another year with Lewis. And the funny thing is, I think Nico should have stayed. Not because he could have competed again with Lewis. No. He wouldn't survive. But he could have gotten a few more wins. He could have gotten a few more poles. But Nico wasn't and isn't short on money. So for him, it was almost like the perfect time to retire on top. Respect to him, And the history him and Lewis have, they have this history, this brotherly history. It's kind of cool. Think about it. Like, Lewis has had so much incredible rivalry in this sport. Alonso, Nico, Vettel, Verstappen. And those are some of the most notables. He's had smaller rivalry as well. Jenson Button, Felipe Massa. He's had other rivalries, you know. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Who else in the sport has had so much competition? Senna is known for Prost, Schumacher and Häkkinen, you know, Alonso and Lewis. That's all that Alonso is known for. Alonso is only known for Lewis. Okay, he beat Schumacher 25, 26. Some say he retired Schumacher. Shh. And then Lewis retired Alonso. That's just the way it goes. That is just the way it goes, wouldn't you say? Listen, let me know if you guys are enjoying this video. We are at 56 likes. Let's make it 60 likes. 853 views. When it hits 1,000, I'll probably stop live streaming. Yeah. See what the comments are saying. I'm here enjoying watching the history of greatness to have done it. Love seeing them keep adding accolades. You can see the hurt in their eyes when they have to read it. It's paining them. It's paining them. It's bringing us joy, but it's bringing them pain. I'm curious about qualifying now. Like I said, and let me say it again. McLaren is coming back for qualifying. They're coming back strong. Oscar and Lando is coming back for qualifying. They're coming back strong. And I think equally in the race, they will also be strong. I also expect Verstappen to be a little bit stronger in the race as well. They're going to learn a few things. They're probably going to start on hards. You can see how the medium tires just didn't hold up long enough. I think... But they need to use multiple compound in this race. So do they go soft, hards, hard, soft? I'm also expecting, seeing how fast Lewis was towards the end of that race, I'm expecting tire degradation to have a huge impact on delta time when it comes to pits stop. It's anyone's guess. Could Lewis be on pole again? I have no idea. I think he only had one run in Q3 in sprint pole or sprint quali. I think he only had one run and he delivered. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Got 34 concurrent viewers, 29 concurrent viewers. Our viewership is dwindling. It is going down just a little bit, so I think we'll be stopping the stream fairly soon. But let's get to 60 likes before we stop the stream. It may definitely be a 2-stop. Yeah. Because in the real race, lap 15, some of those cars would have had to pit. I imagine Verstappen, 3 seconds behind Lewis, lap 15, both on mediums. Verstappen pits. He can jump Lewis, so Ferrari would have to respond. Now, this is where Ferrari could fuck up again. So let's hope to God that they figure their shit out. Because I don't want to break my TV screen. I don't want to break my TV screen. But, you know, we've had a few comments as well, you know. We've had a few comments. But let's go back to some older comments. A Rhino Allwood says, I'm from Westmoreland, Jamaica. Where are you from? I was born in Kingston, raised in St. Catherine. I don't know if you're still watching, but if you catch this part, yeah, man. I'm a countryman. I'm a countryman raised in the country. And I love the country. Miss the country. Country was good. Country was good back in those days. Country was good back in those days. Maria says, biggest robbery in motorsport 2021. It was a shame my husband went Grazie. He was mad as fuck. Oh, crazy. He went crazy. He was mad as fuck. I remember watching that race in my bedroom with my girlfriend, and I told her there is no way. And I told her this before Latifi crash. I told her this just past halfway in the race. I said, there is no way they make Lewis win this championship. No way. They're going to do something. They're going to figure out some way to make sure he doesn't win this championship. And that's exactly what happened. I was furious, but at the same time, I wasn't surprised. Something about it just felt like there's no way they would make him win. There's no way they'd make him win. Who knows? If he did win, probably wouldn't have gone to Ferrari. But he didn't. Mercedes went downhill. Lewis went to Ferrari, and for great reasons. Can be happy with that. Can be very, very happy with that. Because he's already proven that he still has what it takes. He still has the skill. He still has the raw pace. He is still very much the great Lewis Hamilton. And nothing has changed. He hasn't lost a step at all. So that's bound to be exciting. I have to wake up soon for the qualifying. So probably have to end this video now. So we'll live stream again for qualifying, right? We'll live stream again for qualifying. I think I'm going to end it here. If qualifying was in an hour, I'd stay up. Qualifying is in almost 2 hours. I can't stay up. I was working all day, by the way. 12-hour shift. Was it 12 hours? Yeah, about 12 hours. About 12 hours. And then I came home. And because it was so late, I finished work late, the race was in like an hour and a half. So I was just like, it's might as well I tried to live stream. And here we are. 5 o'clock in the fucking morning. Lewis Hamilton's fans' dedication is taken to a whole new level. I don't think there's anyone else live streaming in the F1 community. Everyone is asleep, fam. Fucking losers. No. Kingsley's awake. Has anyone heard from Marco after this statement? I really want to hear the follow-up. Jeez. The amount of critics and people I've heard yapping along the way. Oh, Lewis doesn't give a fuck this year, does he? Man is speaking everything with his chest. Lewis Hamilton just snapped immediately back from running Formula One World Champion mode. Alex Brondo assessed Lewis Hamilton impressive sprint win. There's been so much chatter up until now, but that's what you hired Lewis for. The cover off into turn one to get himself the clean air, and then to management of the tires throughout the race, using that clean air to compound the advantage, keeping the air over front wing, of course, on challenge, And then he always had just that little bit of response to keep the pursuer on the end of the job, eventually win by just under 7 seconds over 19 laps. He just snapped immediately back into from running Formula One World Championship mode. That was really, really impressive to watch from Alex Brundle. So my question is, this guy named Alex Brundle, I've been hearing about him lately. Is he Martin Brundle's son? Yep, he's Martin Brundle's kid. Holy fuck. Well, you know Brundle's been pissing us off lately, fam. You know he's been pissing us off lately, fam. You know. Brundle is from Kingsland. Isn't that where George Russell is from as well? Kingsland. The Gaywood. Hey, don't get mad at me. That's what it says right there, fam. That's what it says right there, fam. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me, fam. Shit. I'm still like a kid sometimes. I laugh at these silly shit sometimes, man. God. You can't take me too serious. You cannot take me. That is a huge canal. You cannot take me too serious. I do laugh at certain shit sometimes. What the fuck? Who designed this city? Look how long this pathway is. This is about Formula One and I'm here looking at maps. Holy crap. Anyway, yeah, that's Martin's kid. Well, I don't know, we'll see. Spanner. Always saying the same shit. Can't get carried away. Can't get carried away. He was saying the same shit. You know, can't get carried away. Can't get carried away. Respect between champions. Max Verstappen congratulate Lewis on his first Ferrari win. So does this count as a win? It's my question. Does this count as a fucking win? I don't know, because this is what's so strange about sprint. In an interview, Nico said, costing almost everything of his life to beat Lewis, even his marriage, that's why he retired. It was heavy. And after 21, they asked Max if he wanted another 21. He said no. I remember that. Helmut Marko basically said Max cannot do another 21. And that was like, what was that? Was that after the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix? The Saudi Arabian Grand Prix alone should have had Max Verstappen banned from the sport for eternity. Because the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix of 2021 was beyond disgusting. Brake check and all kinds of nastiness. All kinds of nastiness. Podiums 202. Highest race finishing 105. So I don't know if the sprint counts as a win. I really don't. But it is what it is. It is what it is. But what I did wanted to look up was F1 store, because that's where they're selling the Lewis Hamilton helmets. Is Mercedes still selling our merchandise? What the fuck? What? Are they still selling our merchandise? Okay, that's 179 pounds. That's the reason I haven't bought these fucking helmets yet. It's fucking expensive. Okay, that's cute, but that's It's 50 fucking pounds. Mercedes is still selling our merch. Anyway, let's go to the F1 store. Now, the reason I go to F1 store is because there you go. The Lewis Hamilton helmet for 60 pounds. That, I can afford that. I can afford that. You know, so it's a 1 to 5 scale. I ain't good at maths. Well, I'm good at maths. I ain't good at algebra. This is not exactly algebra, but as long as it's similar size to this, or the same size as this, that would be awesome. That would be particularly awesome. Like I said, expect the McLarens to come back in the quali and in race format, because Oscar was not exactly slow, was he? Right? See, even Russell's saying, what the fuck, George Foreman has died. Yeah. It's fucking crazy. Hamilton is calling out the critics. Good man, good man, good man. So am I. Lewis Hamilton pulling away while everyone else tires of degrading. Brother was moving. He 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 was moving. Ferrari guys, they look happy, bro. This is what I mean. I spoke about this in one of my videos. I said, listen, maybe it's good Lewis is coming with his crazy confidence. Look at this idiot. Never in my life has I seen such hype for sprint qualifying. I guess that's just how big Lewis is. You know, when he's on pole, it's a big fucking deal. When Verstappen is on pole, nobody gives a fuck. It's another sprint. Reality check coming in tomorrow. We're here. We're here. We're here. We're here right now. A win is a win. A win is a win. That's the glorious picture right there. So let's repost that shit. We got 39 We got 39 viewers. Hit that like button. We still got 59 likes. Let's get 60 likes so I can end this stream. I've been live for almost 3 hours. 39 viewers. I'm trying to leave this stream and you guys are trying to keep me on. Come on now. Come on now. It's been good so far, hasn't it? First live stream. It's been good. It's been good. It's the 4th fastest car. That's just Lewis Hamilton text on your screen. Ferrari has an absolute rocket ship here. Oh, here we go. Verstappen fans are coming out. They're coming out. They're coming out. We got 61 likes now, over 40 viewers concurrent. Thank you guys for the support. Incredible. Incredible. We're getting close to 1,000 views as well. We are getting close to 1,000 views. We are getting close to 1,000 views, that's for sure. But listen, the Verstappen guys are already going crazy saying that the Ferrari's a rocket ship, not realizing that that's all pure Lewis Hamilton. Without Hamilton in the second seat, Leclerc fans would have been telling you right now how it's the 4th fastest car. It is the 4th fastest car, you fucking dwarf. Haven't you realized? It is the 4th fucking fastest car. You know? Did you not see the Hamilton was 8 or 9 tenths away from the McLaren in Australia? Talking about it is the 4th fastest car. But the McLaren who's won, Red Bull, Mercedes, and then Ferrari, 4th fastest car. Now, why did Lewis win the race? Lewis won the race. Give credit to the driver. When Lewis does well, people say it's the car. When he does poorly, they say it's Lewis. So in Australia, when he performed poorly, him and Charles performed poorly, you only criticized Lewis and you said it's Lewis' fault. He's washed. He's finished. He needs to retire. He's performing poorly. When he performs brilliantly, you say, it's the car. You mean the same car he had in Australia? That same car. That same car. Can't win with these people. Can't win with these people. Can't win with these people, I tell you. Cannot win with these people. That's a nice gap. That is a lovely gap. This is when George and Leclerc were closing in, getting closer to Max, by the way. That was nice. And even Oscar did use up a bit of his tires. Car 44 checked and compliant. Fucking hell. That's a relief. That's a huge relief. I can be happy with that. So now we got 61 likes. Can we get 65? Can we get 65 likes? I don't know. But I think I'm going to end the stream. If you guys have any other questions, now would be the time. Because we're going to end this stream. Nasha, man like Nasha, definitely woke the neighbors up with gunshot sounds at 5 a.m. Man like Nasha. It's my guy, Quick Stop F1. Those are my guys. Those are the guys. Because we had 63 likes. Now it's 64. Oof. Let's get this shit to 65. Because I want 70 likes. Then I can end this stream. 70 likes and 1,000 views. I'm at 968 views, 970 views, 64 likes. It's getting close. It's getting close. Listen, I just need to go to sleep to get 1 hour of sleep. 1 hour. I need to go to sleep, get 1 hour of sleep, and then I will be back. Okay? So, let's get this this thing to 70 likes. Let's get it to 70 likes. And let's end this video. I haven't yawned this heavy in a long time. I shouldn't have stayed up tonight, but live stream. 65 likes. Excellent. 974 views. Come on now. 1,000 views and 70 likes. Come on now. We need 5 more people to like this thing so I can go and get some sleep. I need 1 hour of sleep. Then I can wake back up and talk about qualifying. I don't even know if I'm going to live stream for qualifying. I could sleep right now. I could literally just start nodding off and sleeping right now. Seriously. Seriously. Ferrari clearly had the least deg in that sprint. If Hamilton can qualify P3 or better, a win is on the cards. We got 66 likes now. 66 likes. We need 4 more. 4 more likes. We got 981 views. We're getting close. We're getting close. Come on now. Help me out. It is true. It's going to be interesting to see what Hamilton can do in qualifying, isn't it? Like I said, I think the McLarens will be back. But, if Lewis can qualify P3, P4 behind the McLarens, we already know what he's capable of. We already know his natural ability, what he's capable of. So it's definitely optimistic. It is definitely optimistic. Sid says, so you're telling me Lewis was able to keep both Max and Oscar behind and also put a 6-second gap on them with 3 lap older tires compared to them. GOAT level stuff. Yeah, Lewis is that good. Lewis is that good. Older tires than Oscar and Verstappen. And Lewis is still able to deliver. Yeah, he is that good. Even his race engineer, Ricardo Adami, was incredibly happy. You know what? I always wanted to go to a Formula One race. I still want to go to a Formula One race, especially to see Lewis perform. I don't think it will be this year, but I definitely want to go to a Formula One race. I hear there's a couple African countries who want Formula One race. South Africa, Rwanda. I hear Thailand is trying to get a Formula One race. Well, we already have 23, 24 race, so eventually it's going to be like 30. Yeah, it's going to be insane. We got 994 views. Come on now. Who's holding out on me? Come on now. We got 66 views. Sorry, 66 likes. Come on now. Let's make it 70 likes. And let's end this video so I can get some bloody sleep. Nap time for the guys at Silverstone. Not for me. Not for me. We got 67 likes, 995 views. Come on, we need 3 more likes. 3 more. 3 more. 3 more likes. Prego. 3 more likes. When Adami said to him, that's 5 laps completed. I thought that was going to be a message for him to then pick up the pace. Looks like they were managing the race in segments. They're definitely managing the race, and boy, did they do an excellent job. That is for sure. Got 67 likes. Come on now. Come on now. We need 3 more likes, and we have 1,000 views. Thank you, guys. We have 1,000 views on this live stream. 3 hours live stream. I didn't intend to go for 3 hours. I didn't. But the response was good. The comments were good. Things were good. Things were absolutely good. That, can't really complain with that. Can we? Cannot really complain with that. Let's see what else is going on the Twitter web. Lewis celebrating with his new family and dad. That's wonderful. I love seeing Lewis and his relationship with his dad, especially at this time, you know. It's really special to see. It is truly special to bear witness to. Seriously. Got 67 likes. Come on now. Come on now. We need 3 more likes. 3 more likes. That's what we need, is 3 more likes. So, 68 likes. Fantastic. So what's our bold prediction for qualifying? Will it be McLaren? Would it be Red Bull? Would it be Mercedes? Or will it be the 4th fastest car in the grid, the Ferrari? What will it be? What will it be? Very interesting, isn't it? We got 68 likes. Come on now, we need 2 more likes. Only 2 more likes. That's what we need to show your support of the channel, to show your support of my antics. Yeah, we're getting there. Lewis said it's hard to put into words what it feels like. Obviously, it's a sprint race, but not the main race. But it's a good stepping stone to what I've been working towards. Oh, he's been working. He's been putting in the work. As much as people want to, question his work ethic. Well, you can't do that anymore. The man is putting in the work. Can't deny that anymore. You just have to put some respect Lewis, starting from first in a Ferrari and winning in a Ferrari is next level. Man, it's mega. Congratulations. Congratulations. Hamilton's first Ferrari win where Schumacher got his last Ferrari win. The script writers are at it again. It is crazy. The numbers line up for Lewis better than you could ever imagine. I'm telling you, we have 34 concurrent viewers, 68 likes. Come on now, we need 2 more likes. Who can give us 2 more likes? 2 more likes, then we can end the stream. If anyone has any comments, now is the time. 69 likes. We need 1 more like to get to 70. We need 1 more like to get to 70. Did I say 1 more light? 1 more like. And congratulations, we are at 70 likes on this video. 37 concurrent viewers. So let me get this right. The moment I'm leaving, that's when my viewers go, start to go up a little bit more. Sad. But listen, we're going to end this stream right now. Thank you guys for celebrating with us. Thank you guys for watching and supporting Tire Degrade and Just Say No. Your tires legally cannot degrade without your consent. That is hilarious. And a good joke. So, that is what it is. So we'll be ending this video here. Hope you all enjoy this video. I am tired as crap. Seriously, I am pretty damn tired. But I'm really glad with the results of this stream. That's for sure. Hope you all like the thumbnail. See, this is our first live stream. And I like to think it's been successful so far. We now have 71 likes. Fantastic. I like to think it's been successful, thus far. So, thank you all for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment. And of course, I'll see you in our next video. Peace. That is a wrap.